baby. What a fucking game that was.
Born for fucking sports.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. I'm hyped tonight.
What's
going on, Nick Nation? Salute. Born for sports. And if you're new to the channel, I ask one thing, that you like and subscribe to Born for Sports. So let's get into it, man. Because listen, I don't want to hear nothing about my guy Brunson if he top 10 no more, baby.
Five.
Yeah, I know y'all out there saw what just happened.
Top 5.
Talk about it, T. Talk
Top
about
5.
it. Talk about it.
Player, top 5 point guard in the league. Matter of fact,
Yes,
top 3 point guard in the league.
That's right. That's right. As the Knicks.
Only person I get. Sorry, go ahead.
Finish your thought, baby. We on fire tonight, baby. Go ahead.
The only point guard that I give over Brunson right now is Shea. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's right. And they didn't believe us, T. They don't believe what we've been telling them for years now. And this is why he is who he is. This is why he is a superstar. Superstar, baby. Superstar
tonight.
This man right here.
There's no denying.
Y'all better start respecting number 11 and captain, baby. Y'all better start it. As the Knicks win 116-113 to win the series in 6, as the captain once again comes up huge, comes up big, and does what superstars do when their team needs them. He is just basically just took us from the fucking grave and dug us out and took us over the line, and we move on, baby. There are some unsung heroes we're going to talk about, but make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. This man, Jalen Brunson, all those fans out there, especially those Detroit, oh, he's a flopper, he's this, that. Like, listen, no, he's a gamer. He's clutch, and he's the best PG in the Eastern Conference. I don't care what no one say. And once again, he proved it tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Best point guard in the Eastern Conference. Top 2, top 3 in the league. Top 2 in the league. How about that?
Talk about it.
In the league.
Talk about it.
Fucking 2 in the league.
Let's get to the chat. We on fire tonight. Malik checks in, says, I'll take the W, but no, we're not doing that. No, Lee, we're not doing that tonight.
You got to take the W.
We got to take it, bro. We got to take it for what it was, man. For what it was. Listen, the players, listen, I don't like having a damn near heart attack. I'll tell you that. We can talk about that another time. We're going to just take this moment, baby. We're going to take this moment and appreciate greatness. That's what we're doing tonight. Because, listen, I ain't even going to lie. It didn't look good for a while, man. The Knicks were basically unraveling. And the only one that looked like he had a pulse to bring us out the ashes was the captain. And he did just that tonight. And thank God he did, baby. Clip checking in.
My Haitian brother.
Talk about it, Clip.
Sac passe.
Yeah. What a win, baby. What a win. And man, listen, this man, Jalen Brunson, he is just, you got to be real about it. This man is special. He's just special. He's a special basketball player. And we are so lucky to have this man right now. Because I'm telling you, it looked like the collapse was about to be put. The nail in the coffin was coming. And he took that nail and took it out the box and kicked that bitch open. Straight up. Blade. A-Mac. JB snatched old boy's soul with that crossover. Yes, he did. And you see the old boy? He did the what's his name? Back in the day. With Jordan's last shot.
Brian Russell.
Russell, yeah. He did the yeah.
But at least this one was a legit. This was a legit crossover. This wasn't a push off, even though I like that. This wasn't a push off, but this is almost this is a legit crossover. Straight legit.
We all know what that was at that time. Listen, we know how great Mike was, but me as a Knicks fan, fuck him. But at the end of the day, I respect greatness. But we all know he pushed off on that play. This was legit cross, baby. I'm glad you said that, T. I'm glad you said that.
JB Snell's boys. Yo, that was sick.
That was sick, bro. A-Mac says, who was the best player in this series? Was it K?
Definitely wasn't K.
Oh, respect number 11 Cat. That's right. They were talking about K was better already with no playoff experience. Well, let me ask y'all something out there. How did K look in that fourth quarter? What did he do when it's crunch time? What did he do? Turn the ball over, miss shots. Oh, I'm guaranteeing basically we're going to game 7. This is what I heard yesterday, right? Didn't he say we coming back for 7?
Yeah, you did say that.
I know I wasn't crazy, right, T?
No.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. That's right. That's right, man. Oh, my God. What a fucking listen, man. One thing y'all ain't going to do, y'all not going to disrespect my boy Jalen Brunson, bro. Y'all not going to disrespect him because he got that dog. He got that dog in him. He got that dog in him, baby. He got it. I don't know anyone that needs more proof but to see this man play basketball every day like we do, T.
Phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. We're definitely lucky to have him. He definitely, put the team on his back.
Yeah.
I don't know what we'll do without him. And Towns had an off night. I mean, you probably get into that later on, right?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna get into that too. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm like speechless because on the real, even though when we were down by like 5 or 6, I knew he was going to come back. I just knew we were not going to lose.
Right.
I knew he wasn't going to lose. I knew this, and we had enough time. We had like about 3 or 4 minutes in the game. I was like, oh, that's more than enough time.
Yep.
And then
it's like
that huge steal, you got to give it to him for that. Come up with that huge steal. He didn't make the free throw, which is fine, but still, I mean, that still led to where we are right now.
No doubt about it. And there was some unsung hero plays in this game. We're gonna get into that. Corey Johnson checks in. Job is finished. Sure, they kept struggling, but Jalen Brunson came through again to close out the series. Yes, he did. Again. Great players, superstars, make big-time plays in the playoffs. When the money's on the line, baby, when the feet is hot, man, the feet hot, those guys make the plays, and he did it. He willed his team, and that's why he's the captain. That's why he's the captain, and that's why he's one of the best players in basketball, man.
Yeah, and just to harp on, like, a lot of people they get on Brunson. He's a ball hog. He's this. He's that. But the proof is in the pudding. We need him. Not necessarily ball hog, but we need him. This happens in the playoffs. The playoffs, when it comes down to like, they be like, oh, you need to move the ball. No, that shit is dead in the fucking playoffs. Mm-hmm. It's all about getting the bucket.
Yep, it's about a bucket.
You got to exploit that matchup.
Yep. And he knew it. And he knew he had it. He had it all night, man. And I'm gonna let you finish your point, bro. But after that last game he had in game 5, where let's be honest, the Knicks shot themselves in the foot. This series would have been over already. Okay. Yeah, they should have closed them out in game 5. All right, fine. Water under the bridge. But a rare bad game by the captain, that he was coming with the game face on, and he had it from the opening tip. He had the look. He was like, okay, boys, we ready to go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to show y'all. Let's go. Like, we not losing this shit. We not going back to the Garden. No.
Yeah, we going straight to Boston. They should be on the plane going to Boston right tonight. They should be packed for Boston.
100 grams, baby. Clip says, I had about 17 heart attacks this series. You ain't the only one, bro. But worth it. Let's enjoy and savor the win. Shout out to Captain Clutch.
Game 1.
Number 11, bring on the Leprechauns. Yes, sir. Listen, every time, I don't know how anyone could actually come at me ever and say that this man wasn't the best player in the series and isn't one of the best players in basketball. And if you saying that, you just a hating ass motherfucker. Straight up like that. You cannot even bring facts to the table to tell me that right now.
Like, come on. Like, even before the series, like, you couldn't tell me that Cade was the best player. Like, do you actually watch
basketball? No playoff experience, like ridiculous, bro.
No, not at all. Not at all. They need to knock it off. Like, guys need to stop being biased. You know what I'm saying? And just like be like, objective. You get what I'm saying? And I understand Cade is nice.
He is. That's not even a knock on him, though. It really isn't.
Yo, I think on some real shit, like Cade could be the face of the league. He could be that next guy.
He can.
This is his first year.
Yeah.
Especially after the year that they're going to be better next year. They're definitely going to be. Duran is still young. He's only 20 years old.
Right. They got a good young team, man.
Yeah, they got a nice young
nucleus. Yep.
So if they could, make a trade for like another star, then we'll see what you know what? Let's see what Jaden Ivey can do. Jaden Ivey was injured. So
I really like that dude, Darren, bro. I said it before the series. I really like him. I think he's got a lot of potential, bro.
Yeah, he definitely has a lot of potential.
He got a lot. He could actually blossom into that Bam Adebayo type of big, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Yeah, he really could. He just got to work on that midi, Yeah.
Once he work on that on his jump shot, he could be like a Bam Adebayo.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yep, no doubt about it.
Shout out to Detroit. Nah, Boule. Yeah, shout out to Detroit. They play hard. I think that's something that we needed, though.
Yeah,
we needed that type of challenge, especially going up against. And I don't even want to think about it.
Right now we ain't gonna think about them, because we know we stepping up in weight class next round, so we're gonna savor the win tonight, no doubt about it, T. But yes, we needed that challenge. We needed to be pushed like this. We did. The Knicks showed that this talk about their two finesse is BS. Okay, it's BS. Are they a grind out team like Detroit is, or the last couple of years the Knicks are? No, they're not. They're not that kind of a team. But You know what? They have enough. They have offensive firepower enough. They don't have to be that kind of a team. Okay, they have advantages now, but they're gonna do it differently. But however, they showed in this series. Okay, they showed in this series when they are pushed to the limit, they still have enough to grind out those wins. It's not always going to be. See, this is why I be trying to tell people when it comes to the playoffs. It's not always going to be pretty in the playoffs. In the playoffs, it's not pretty all the time, man. You're not going to get 20-point blowouts every game, no matter who you're playing. That's not happening. The playoffs are not designed for that. Okay, it's about matchups. You're playing one team for a series, bro. It's not you're playing one team like this, and then the next 3 nights you're playing scrubs. You're not doing that. And every game tells its own story. Every game. It's not always going to be pretty, but the teams that win, they know when to get gritty. And the Knicks did that in this series. It's not supposed to be pretty, and it wasn't. And I'm glad they showed they still have the capability to win that way. Okay? I don't like a front runner team. I don't like a team that's just going to always, all right, it's great when they're good, but when the game ain't good for them, they just not enough. They're not it. I don't like that shit. I want my teams to have different levels to it, to learn how to find ways to win games. Okay? And that's what you need in the playoffs, bro.
Yeah. And another thing is that every possession is so important.
Mm-hmm.
So if you go through a stretch,
no doubt about it,
and like there's like nobody scoring and then nothing's happening, then you know what? You have to give it to your best player, and then he has to make the situation better for everybody. You get what I'm saying? He has to go one-on-one, and that's what people get. Like, people want to, criticize isolation basketball. Isolation basketball is not really a bad thing as long as it comes within the flow of the offense. But being that we're in the playoffs, right, and each possession is important. Like I said, if nobody's scoring, you got to give it to your best player. Like you said, it's about matchups, right? It's about matchups. You got to expose that matchup
every time.
You did every time. You just got to go to them, and then once the double comes, you kick it out to the open man.
Yep, and our guys were hitting them shots tonight, T.
Yeah. So the guy, either you catch the cutter coming off on the baseline or from the weak side, you hit them off, or you hit the open man on the perimeter.
Facts. Talk about it. I mean, people need to know that, in the playoffs in today's. Now, we could always go with with the the NBA, they shoot too many threes, it's too much isolation and jacking up three. That's a different conversation. The point of the matter, what T is saying and what I say is it's about a bucket in the playoffs. It's about a bucket. If you can't score, I don't care how good defensively you are. Okay, the rules are different now, and the way the style of play now is different. So you got to be able to. Yes, you need stops, but you got to be able to get on hot streaks and take advantage of matchups that are in your favor. And Brunson has had that matchup the entire series. The only time he got stopped was when he stopped himself, when he just didn't have a good shooting night in Game 5. This man averages 30 a game in the playoffs in his career with the Knicks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason for that. Do y'all really think that this team will win games in the playoffs if he wasn't playing that way? Show me the proof. I don't see it. I don't see it.
And even when we move the ball,
fight another day, Malik says. Go ahead, bro.
What Malik said, we fight another day. All right, Malik.
Yeah, we fight another day. We fight another few days because we in round 2, baby. Yeah. Listen,
even when we move the ball. Sometimes these guys don't be making their shots.
They just don't make them, man.
They just, they just don't.
Cat was off tonight. Cat was off tonight. Deuce is straight killing me. I'm being honest. We talked to Red. I know you saw what I was saying in the chat. Yeah, he is killing me because he's just doing nothing out there, and and if you're not hitting your threes, Deuce. I mean, I don't know, bro. He's killing me. These guys are just not making shots consistently. And in the summer, the Knicks will address the bench. But we have what we have now. We have what we have now. So that's a story for another day. At the end of the day, we need Deuce to be the guy that leads that bench, okay? And he has not done a good job. So like T said, hey, we move the ball, but sometimes dudes don't make their shots. Even Bridges, who I thought had a tremendous game tonight.
Unsung hero.
He had some spurts in the game where he was missing his shots during the flow of the game, and especially in the third quarter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It happens. That's what goes on. But at the end of the day, the captain brought us out from the grave, baby, and you got to love it, man. Please, y'all need to just appreciate it, y'all. Appreciate it. As Knicks fans, we don't normally get to see these kind of players come on our team. It's been a long time. So y'all better appreciate what you have now, man. Straight up like that. Now,
you said F. Beasley.
You damn right. Yeah, Mr. Beasley. Mr. Trolling on Twitter. Talking
how sweet that was. How sweet that was.
That was justice.
All that shit talking he was doing on the internet. And it looks
like a team. Him and Tobias. Where was Tobias Harris tonight? Mr. We the tough. The Knicks aren't tough no more. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, where all that at? Where he do? Let me look at the numbers because I don't even think it's like Tobias didn't play tonight. Am I bugging? Like he was a non-factor. That was okay. He had 14 quiet ass 14 points I ever seen. It felt like he was a non-factor tonight. It really was. Okay, and let's see, Mr. Beasley. Okay, we all know he had a good shooting game, but most of that was in the first half, man. Yeah. He had a big shot, to put them up when they made their run. But just to see him, fumble that ball out of bounds was sweet justice. Pressure bust pipes, my dude. So go home and enjoy that. Cliff says, hey, play the track for us. He's so cold. Pause. Oh, shit. We drafted him, Darren. I know. I do. I know. We did. We did draft him. We sent him away on a trade. I forgot what the conversation was. It is what it is. I think he's going to be a good player. I really do. I like his game. I do. I like his game. I ain't going to lie. I think Detroit has something there. But like T said, they need another star to help Cade over there. They need another star. And hopefully, and for their point, they do. But me, I don't give a shit. I'm a Knicks fan, and I'm happy. And I'm happy we won the game. Oh my God, TP Wade and Giant, go New York, go New York, go. Yes, sir. Salute my guy, TP Wade. Welcome to the show, baby. Yeah, we on fire tonight, man. Listen, I got to get it out my system, man. I caught some cardiovascular issues about 5 times in the fourth quarter tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm drinking some water tonight. I'm going real bland tonight because, man, listen, I got to recover from that one. I'm glad this is almost therapeutic for me tonight, y'all.
Yeah, I got my hibiscus tea ready, man.
There you go.
My hibiscus tea ready, man.
There you go.
Bring that pressure down. Nick, what's up, guys? Man of the Celtics Pod. Celtics talk.
Nick Franco.
The series preview and game recaps throughout the next
round. I'm the manager of a Celtic podcast, Celtics Talk Weekly, and an interesting collab. All right, that's cool, man. Listen, I'm okay. I'm good with that, man. Listen, send me a message. I'm gonna get your info, man. I'm gonna get your info. Yeah, we could definitely do that. That's real interesting. I like that. Shout out to you. You know, I hate you're a Celtic fan, but you know what? Hey, let's collab and let's do something, Nick. I like that. I'm gonna give you my IG since you can't really message on this app. I'm gonna give you my IG, okay? I'm gonna put it in the comment section. Let me write that in here. All right. Let me give you my IG. That sounds like a good plan. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even want to think about the Celtics right now. Not right now. I'm in the zone. I'm in the zone right now, baby. I'm just enjoying the dub, baby. I'm just enjoying the dub. Let me just give you my my IG so we can message and collab that. But what do you think about Cat's performance tonight, T?
I mean, he had what? 14 rebounds. He had a double-double, right?
Yeah, he did. He struggled though.
He struggled though. I mean, one thing you got to, and then another thing, like with Cat, I know they say, you know, we got to feed Cat the ball and stuff like that, but yo, you got to credit Detroit's defense.
Yeah,
you know,
they doubled him a lot. They took him out of the game a lot.
You know, so they attacked him. You know, so
right.
I think he, you know, he did good. He did good on defense this series too. He played great defense this series. I got to give it to him.
Yeah, he did a lot defensively. I thought much better.
But I'm telling you right now, we're gonna need his outside shooting in Boston. We definitely gonna need that. He's gonna have to be on the perimeter because if he try to put it on the floor against, you know, depending on who's guarding him, you know, if KP's is playing defense on him, you know, right. I mean, you know, he already has a height advantage. But I think his best bet is, you know, to be on the perimeter, you know. Right. But we'll see. He has to mix and match. I mean, he went inside more than usual.
He did. He went inside a lot.
Yeah, he did a lot.
We can't forget what he did on that rebound of that free throw miss. The hustle he showed.
Yeah.
Getting in there. Listen, he had a tough game tonight offensively, no doubt about it. He had a tough game offensively, but give that man credit for at least not giving up and fighting for another possession. That was a huge play, man.
Yeah. What happened after that? Because my TV froze. What happened after that?
What, after that possession?
After that possession.
Well, I believe the next thing was, I believe Brunson got a bucket after that. I'm thinking. I gotta recheck that.
Yeah, I gotta recheck that because
I gotta look at that.
When he shot the second free throw, my shit went blank.
Okay.
And and then the next, then when I turned, then when it tanked, when it got rebooted and I turned it back on, I think Durham was at the free throw line.
Right.
You know,
I'm gonna check that out right now, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna check it out right now, man. What a fucking game that was tonight. Okay, let me see. Let me fast forward all that shit. Oh man. I'll tell you right now. Yeah, it was a Brunson bucket after that. No, actually, we were down to we got to stop. Okay, here's the turnover now. Okay, so we're down to Towns gets fouled. Okay, I'll tell you right now. I'm looking at my my replay right now. Okay, he misses, gets the rebound, and then the ball got knocked. Yeah. So what happened is his hustle. It ended up touching. He knocked it up in the air, and and in the midst of a scrum, Detroit touched it last, and we got another possession, and that led. So we were down 1 point.
Yeah.
We're down 1 point there. And okay, we missed the bucket. We missed the bucket after that. But it kept us within one. That was a huge play.
Yeah. Because he got fouled out. Because when my TV got rebooted, I saw that he got fouled out and Durham was on the line. I'm like, yo, what happened? Like, but whatever, we won the game, so that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. But I want to give credit to him. He didn't give up. He could, and it was a big miss in the game, and he did not give up on that play. He went out there and he still made it happen. That was toughness to me. Toughness to me. Okay, that's something that we got to give him credit for. I just think. I know there's a lot of you. Listen, I wasn't happy with his performance offensively tonight. I felt like he just was not aggressive enough for my liking in this game. Give Detroit credit. They had a nice plan. They doubled him a lot. They saw what he did to them over the what was it? Games 2, 3, 4, and 5, and games 2, 3, and 4. Well, in game 5 and game 6, they did a more conscious effort to double him. So listen, give them credit, but I got to give this man credit for at least showing some hustle. He did not mope. How many rebounds he had tonight? He had 15 rebounds. That was a grown man double-double right there. That was, for a big man that is being called finesse and all of that. Hey, listen, he at least contributed to the game and the win in other ways. That is a sign of a good player, okay? Right. And that hustle, he stayed engaged no matter what was going on. He stayed engaged and hustled to make that play. Big play in the game, I thought. Big play in the game. Cliff says, I think it was a good to play against Detroit because we needed to be tested, especially after they wanted to face us and we showed we were better. Detroit will be good. Props to them. K will flourish. Listen, this should have been a 5-game series, but of course the Knicks never do anything easy. And they just didn't show up well and wasn't good enough in game 5. They were the better team, but you got to give Detroit credit. They fought us to the end, to the very end. They pushed us. And like you said, T said, I said, and you, Cliff, said as well, getting tested was actually a good thing. I prefer to get it in 5 done, but at least the physicality, getting pushed that way. This nucleus is a new nucleus, fellas. It's a new nucleus. This is not the same team we've had the last couple of years. So this group has to experience what Knicks basketball in the playoffs is all about. They are doing it for the first time. Everyone is new besides Deuce, Mitch, Brunson, and Hart. And really, Brunson and Hart are the core pieces. Guys like Bridges, OG as well, because OG was here last year in the playoffs, but he got hurt in the playoffs. Okay, so those 3 guys, Bridges, Cat, OG, full playoff run and full season with the team with this as the nucleus, man. This was good for the Knicks. Now, we'll see if the war of attrition wears them down in the next round because the physicality in this series was crazy and they fought for every minute. So we'll see about that. But that's a story for another day. Shout out to the Knicks stepping up to the challenge and showing that they are good enough to mix it up with physical teams also when the playoffs get gritty.
Brunson and Hart,
Let me break them.
I got my Brunson jerseys on the way. I got 2 Brunson jerseys coming on.
Yeah, man. I had to get my guy, man. I had to.
I got 2. I got one in black. I got one in blue coming.
Yeah, I'm waiting on getting a Cat or OG because I was like, I want to see how long they stick around. Because we know every summer we got some wild ass rumors. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got this new rule now when it comes to all my sports teams. When I see you get that second contract to stay, then I'll get your jersey, bro. Now, if you win me a championship, I'll get it no matter what, because then it becomes a Legends jersey. I'm good with it if you leave. You know what I'm saying? But, man, the way sports is nowadays, I can't trust it. Not for a couple years, bro.
Yo, I got an RJ Barrett jersey.
I do. You know, I fucked with RJ. You know, I had one too.
Barrett jersey. But the crazy shit is that I bought it for game one. I went to game one, second round, game one against the Miami Heat. And I didn't have any more Brunson jerseys left. And I was like, all right, I don't mess with Randall. So I was like, all right, bet. Let me get.
I was never getting Randall. That
was you knew he was. Let me get RJ.
Respect to Julius for coming to help us out the Dodgers, but nah.
Yeah. I got an RJ Barrett jersey, and I think next year he was gone. I'm like, God damn it. And the thing about it is, yo, the tag is still on it. I still got the tag on it. I wonder if I could take it. Yeah, the tag is on it.
Might as well eBay that, bro. You still got the tag. I'm just saying.
Well, you know, I'll keep it though. Like, I don't want to, you know.
A little memory, right? Fuck it.
Definitely.
I ain't throw mine out either. To be fair, shout out to RJ Barrett, man. I hope he has success. He's been going through a little something. You know, unfortunately, he's on a bad team, but you know what? I hope he keeps getting better as a player, man. You know what I'm saying? Nick Frank, okay, I got you, bro. We're gonna definitely collab. We're gonna talk about that, man. Thanks for hitting me with that. TP Wade says a Celtics Knicks collab will be fire. Hell yeah, bro. That sounds good, man. I'm definitely interested in that, man. Hey,
we'll be respectful.
We'll be respectful as long as the respect is reciprocated, baby. But hey, listen, it's fanhood shit, man. We could talk your shit. Talk your shit, Nick. We're gonna talk hours, man. That's what makes great content, baby. Let's do it, baby. Oh man. Corey Johnson says next stop TD Garden, no doubt about it. Terrible reach by Cat, but made Darren miss one. What are you talking about? Terrible reach by Cat. I'm Leak. I don't know what play you talking about.
Oh, I know he's talking about. I guess he's talking about the play that the last play when Duran got fouled.
Oh, okay.
Cat got fouled out.
Oh, when he fouled. Well, he had to do that to stop the basket underneath.
I caught it when Cat fouled out, but I didn't see the actual play.
Yeah.
I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah. Well, listen. At the end of the day, they've been waiting. You know, they basically were trying to stop, and they were not calling that for a lot of down the stretch. So you know what? Hey, I rather them put them at the line. You know, don't give them no easy bucket. Fuck it. You know what I mean? And plus, didn't Darren miss one of those free throws?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's what he said. He said terrible reach by Cat, but
Ball don't lie.
Only missed one.
Ball don't lie, Lee. Cliff says Cat did good enough. I won't complain much. I'll tell you what, JJ Redick could have used a player like JJ Redick.
Oh, JJ Redick is getting hammered.
What a disaster. That's the Lakers' fault. Well, I don't know why would you even bring him in. You bring an ESPN analyst to coach LeBron James. Good luck with that. I knew. But listen, they were having a good run when they made the Luka trade. And I think the Luka injury also played a factor too, to be fair. But oh well, fuck the Lakers.
I'm telling you right now, you know, I know this is all Knicks.
Yeah, you know we talk it all. Go ahead, bro.
But a healthy Dallas Mavericks?
No, they're solid.
A healthy Dallas Mavericks is better than a healthy, like if you know, pound for pound, they're better than the Lakers.
The roster, yeah.
The roster is better than the Lakers.
Yeah, the roster is definitely deeper
in the series.
Yeah, it is
easily. You
but
got
this is
Kyrie.
Go ahead.
You got AD. You got Kyrie. You got who else is on the bench? You got Gafford.
Yeah, the big. He's good too. Yeah, Lively. They got a good team. They got a good team, no doubt about it. But this is the problem with it, though. And I said that, you know, we talked about this. See, the problem is you traded Luke. Number one, you didn't even let anyone in the league know. That was some dirty shit, in my opinion.
Yeah, that right there.
Way better than that. That was some underhanded BS to try to help the Lakers. Call me a conspiracy theorist. It is what it is. I've seen this movie too many times. where the league always tries to help the fucking Lakers get every great player to keep their legacy going. They're never allowed to have a couple of bad years or to build it up a certain way. And we all know they want to try to get LeBron another run at a title before it's over. It is what it is. But the problem with AD is not talent. It is the health. The man can't take a shower without pulling a muscle. It's unridiculous. That's why I was saying I wouldn't have did it. I'm sorry. Talent-wise, I'm not even hating on his talent. AD is a great player when he's healthy. But when is he healthy, bro? This dude is the Giancarlo, and I mean, no disrespect to Yankee fan. This dude is the Giancarlo Stanton of the fucking Lakers, bro. He's always hurt all the time. The man got hurt in his first game as a Maverick, bro. Remember he was cooking in that game, and what happened?
He was cooking. Everybody was like, and then he gets hurt, and then he's out for about like 6 or 7 weeks.
And I called it, did I not?
4 weeks. Yeah, I'm like, oh my. That's like probably the worst thing to ever happen.
Bro.
Like this first game, you get injured, and then to add more insult to injury, freaking Kyrie Irving gets injured like weeks later.
That was just brutal. I felt so bad. Listen.
Oh man, I feel bad for Nico Harris, man.
I felt bad for him. And listen, I've criticized Kyrie for his locker room shit with players in the past, but the man is a tremendous basketball player, and I take him on the Knicks. Okay, don't get it twisted. All right, but that was brutal, and I've actually grown to like Kyrie more since he's gone to Dallas. He looks happy. He's been a good teammate. Everything has come out well on that end. To see that happen to him was so sad. I knew it was bad when I saw him tearing up at that foul. I knew it was bad. I felt so bad for him because I said at least they'll have a shot if he's able to be healthy, because I'll never trust AD ever to stay healthy, ever. I mean, he could go to the bagel shop and cut his fucking shooting hand buttering a fucking bagel, bro. The man can't stay healthy.
Go to the corner store and freaking cut a freaking butter roll.
Bro, it's ridiculous, bro. Like, the man is so fragile. It's unreal, man. It's unreal. Back to the chat. He says,
cat on hold.
Cat on hold. My ass out, cat on hold. Shit, man, listen. We on fire tonight, baby. It's a Knick night, baby. Lee says Jalen Brunson jersey in the closet. Good shit, Lee. That's right. You got to pay homage to the god, man. He's one of the best in the game. Corey Johnson says, I'm going to get me a Brunson jersey.
I got white. Oh, man. I got freaking white. No. I'm bugging. I got black and I got blue. I forgot what I said. Whatever it is. I got it coming.
Yeah. You got it coming on the way. Corey, you got to go. Corey, you got to get the jersey, bro. This man has earned our respect, and we have to run with the captain, man. He's the captain of the ship, man. Got to do it, bro. I know you will, though. There's no doubt in my mind, brother. I know you will. Cliff says, I got my tinfoil fitted hat, too. League always trying to help the Lakers every decade to somehow get a big star. Anywho, I hope they enjoy Cancun. That's right, baby. It's ridiculous. Think about the history of the Lakers, how they always find a way to get the best players. And make no mistake, it's so blatant that I believe was it Stern or Silver? Okay, I don't remember that had the Knicks. He had to put the kibosh on the Chris Paul trade because it was so blatant. He couldn't even take that heat. Chris Paul was going to be a Laker, folks. That was wasn't that the whole lockout time? I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, Chris Paul. That's when he was with. I think at the time he was
with the Pelicans at the time, right?
Well, the Orleans Hornets.
And the Hornets, and I believe that was the time where the lockout was going on, the Melo trade, and all of that season. I believe, if I'm mistaken correctly. I mean, Chris Paul was going to the Lakers, folks.
Yeah,
and the heat was so hot and so turned up, and they got caught trying to do it so bad that the commission, he deaded it because it was just too blatant this time. He just said, all right, guys, we can't, bro, they got us. They got us, bro. I could imagine that conversation in the office.
And who was it
for? Bro? They got us.
Who was it for? Who they was gonna trade Chris Paul for? Was it Gasol? Was it Gasol or was it somebody else?
Man, I'm gonna have to Google that. I'm gonna have to Google that, bro. Shit.
But this is after they won, though, right?
What was the compensation for the Chris Paul to the Laker trade that got canceled? Let me see if there's something that come up. It was a 3-team trade that got Yeah, you're right, bro. It was gonna be Gasol and Odom going to the Rockets. It was a 3-way deal, and the Hornets was gonna get Bynum. And the Lakers, they were gonna get Bynum, Odom, and Scola. Remember him, Luis Scola? How about a throwback name there? Yeah, and it got kiboshed. They got kiboshed on that. They did, and that was when Gasol was towards the end. He was towards the end. He was just holding on, you know.
I'm gonna sleep so well tonight.
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
I'm gonna be up though.
Oh man, I'm on fire. I'm on fire, right? I can't even sleep. So let's talk about the anatomy of this game. Player of the game's got to be who else, man? Yeah. Jalen fucking Brunson, y'all. Jalen fucking Brunson. Yes, 40 points, 7 assists, and a game-winning 3 with 4 seconds left. Goosebumps. He is the best point guard in the Eastern Conference. Respect the captain, y'all. Respect it.
Unsung hero, Mikal Bridges.
Gotta be, in my opinion. He had a great game tonight. He really did.
Unsung hero, yes. He came
25 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Okay. He shot a high percentage as well. I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, he shot 11 of 16 from the field. And make no mistake about it, folks, with the struggles of Cat not being able to score enough for us, this is why Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby are on this team. Is when when the bell is rung for them to step up, they do it, and they did it tonight. And for all the inconsistencies, of Mikal Bridges, thank you for contributing to this win, because we wouldn't have got it tonight. We wouldn't have got it tonight without Mikal Bridges. And who could forget the tipping?
The tipping. Yeah.
The tipping. And you know why I'm bringing it up? That's my turning point of the game, y'all.
Yep.
That is my turning point of the game.
Yes, sir.
That is my turning point of the game, because the game was, we was going down the whirlpool of shit, bro. And we were trying, the team looked like they were like battling, unraveling. And that was a huge tip. And I remember at that time, we couldn't really buy a bucket. Even Brunson was missing for a couple.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And that was a huge tip. I believe that play got us, was it a tie game or within 2? It was a huge, it made it a 1-possession game, actually. A 1-possession game in the final minute. That was a huge tip. A huge tap-in by Mikal Bridges. He stepped up tonight. Shout out to Mikal Bridges. Brooklyn Nets fans, get the fuck out of here with all that hate. He on us to the second round while y'all watching him. Y'all been talking about the role player picks of teenagers. You can have them. And you know I'm going to stay consistent, folks.
Yeah.
You know I'm going to stay consistent, even with the ups and downs. I told y'all. I said, this man is going to help us in a big game sometime this year. And in a nick of time, pun intended, he got it done, man.
Yeah. Pressure was on, and he delivered. They was talking mad shit about him. Even Malik Beasley was talking about, he's going to drop 40. I got somebody tweeted saying he's going to drop 40.
Yeah, Beasley. He did.
44 minutes?
Yeah, he put 44 minutes, like disrespecting the guard. Disrespecting him, bro.
And he just fired him up. That right there was motivation. Oh, yeah, okay. We got it.
Yep. And it's a beautiful thing, man. It is a beautiful thing, bro. Yeah. And, man, I'm telling y'all right now, if we can get this in the next round from Mikal, a little more consistency with this, we'll have a shot in this series. We'll have a shot. I'm not saying we'll win. That story for another day. We'll get into it at another day. But, man, if we can get more games like that from Mikal, bro.
We need need both of them. If they could play like this the next
OG
one,
as well.
Both of them. I mean, they both got, especially OG. He definitely earned his money tonight. He definitely earned his money tonight. So key plays by Mikal. Yeah, you're right, Malik.
He did, Malik. That was bro. He stepped up, man. And listen, I don't like what I saw from Cat tonight. He had an off game. It is what it is, but he still contributed to the win, and he played tough. He played defense, Cat, and he rebounded the basketball. He had 15 rebounds tonight, and that ain't easy to do against that front court and that defensive team. And he gave us 15 boards tonight, and we needed every single one of them. So shout out to Cat for at least staying engaged, and of course, like I said earlier about that hustle on that missed free throw. But
and Key still.
And Key still, absolutely. He stole that ball and got to the line. That was a fucking key play. That was a key, huge play, y'all. Okay? So for all the struggles and talk about Towns' defense, yes, we know what it is. He's not known to be a defensive player. He's not a great defender. But he doesn't. It's not for lack of effort. It's not. The man tries. He just sometimes, he doesn't know how to get out of situations where he gets into foul trouble. That's right. And he's too important to this team's offensive makeup to be in foul trouble. So he makes business decisions, and I don't blame him. At least he tries. No mistake about it. The man played defense in this series.
Yeah, he definitely did play defense.
Effort.
And one thing that they didn't do in this series, they didn't do a lot of drop coverage. If you notice, they didn't the same way how they played defense with Cat, in the season. He didn't do that.
Thank God.
I mean, he did it sometimes, but for the majority of the time, he was double teaming Cade. But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing: is like, once you double team, the opposing player, whoever, whether it's Cade or anybody else, Cat's man is open.
Shoot is open.
You get what I'm saying? That's why they was able to beat us. Okay. And that's why Cade is smart. He will be, he's going to be a great point guard. And, they got one of the best pick and roll duos in the league, if not.
Right.
Well, they're not the best. But, I think they lead the league in alley-oops, if I'm not mistaken. But, you collapse on McCown. You collapse on Cade, right? And then you just throw to Durant, and then he scores. So that's something that we need to watch out for next series, especially when we're going against Boston.
Yeah, we can't do that against Boston.
We can't do it against Boston
because too many shooters.
Yeah, because he's gonna throw it up to what's his name, to KP. KP is gonna dunk it.
KP gonna dunk that, or he gonna hit that trade. You can't leave KP open. You got to get a body on him. He's a great shooting big. So that's gonna be That series is kind of on paper is delicious, man. It really is. It's gonna be fun to watch. We just got to see if the Knicks are gonna be ready to go because they're going up in weight class next round. They are, and they got to be ready for it
now. So
yeah,
you did Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep. Get some days off. Get healed up. Get ready to go. That's what you got to do. OG Anunoby tonight. Let's talk about it. 22 points. 5 rebounds, and he held Cade Cunningham in check in that fourth quarter, folks. Cade didn't get off in this game tonight, and he was talking a lot before the game.
Yeah.
Listen, I respect Cade. He's going to be a great player. He's really good, but he was talking about we going 7 and all that. But he guaranteed a win and all that. He going to have to learn this time. You can't do that against a team with Jalen Brunson on it, okay? You got to respect your opponent a little more, okay? Yeah. That's all. And he's a young player, and hopefully he get that. Because I hope he does, because this whole team of players on Detroit seemed like they thought that they really were the bad boys, and they come to find out they the fucking not. Okay? Okay? Just because you can play defense and foul a little harder than other teams are allowed to do doesn't mean you're automatically the bad boy. That is a legendary team, okay? There was more to it than that. I just found an important lesson about that tonight.
And the thing about it is that I think they were too overconfident just because they beat us during the season.
Because they thought we was punks.
Yeah, listen, first of all, Cat was out one of those games. OG was out one of those games. And then Mitch was out.
Yes.
You know, so this is why
we resting players a lot of times we played them in the regular season.
Right? And then we the first time when we played them in Detroit, we blew them out.
Yes, we did. by like 30 plus.
Yeah. So it's just like, yo, all that regular season nonsense, that doesn't mean anything. When it comes to playoffs, it's a totally different ballgame.
I mean, we were up 3-1 in the series, fellas. We were up 3-1 in the series. And if it wasn't for the fact we had an off night with our stars and missed free throws, this series would have been over in 5.
It definitely been over last game. Easily.
You know. So, like, just because you play close, listen, it's the playoffs. It's supposed to be close games. That doesn't mean you're better.
Right.
That doesn't mean that. That just means that it's competitive. It's supposed to be. It's designed that way. You know what I'm saying? A 3-6 matchup, that's what it's about. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying?
And people are sleeping on Detroit.
Like, they are.
Yo,
they
like,
are.
Listen, Detroit is a good basketball team.
Yes.
Like, think about, they're not the same team that they once was. Like, are you guys actually like watching? This is not the same team from last year. They got some good veterans around that team. They got a great point guard, and they got a great big man. You know, right. So it's just like, and they got a good coach. You know, and they got Malik Beasley. You know, for what it's worth. I mean, he led the league, and I think in 3-pointers this year. Or he's in top 3. So you know what? They have a good team. They're not great, but they have a good solid team, and they got Tobias Harris too, and Tim Hardaway, and they got good veterans around them. So you know they're not slouches.
No, they're not. No,
and they're not. They have one of the best records, you know, after the All-Star break. So they're a good team.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, next year, you know, if they keep it all together, maybe they may make a trade. And you get Jaden Ivey back. Yo, I think they won't be a 6 seed next year. I'll tell you that.
I think they can move up past Orlando.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, probably so.
I think they could be in that 4 or 5 area, I think. But if they get a start, shit changes.
They moved past Orlando this year.
Yeah.
Because Orlando was
well, Orlando was hurt. You know, they had a lot of injuries. You know?
Yeah. True.
I respect Orlando. Right. They had a lot of injuries. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they did. But, because what's his name? Banchero was injured at the beginning of part of the season.
They lost a lot of players, man. They really got hit this year. But I also want to mention one thing. Speaking of their coach. I'm keeping the same energy, T. I'm keeping the same energy. You know me. I'm keeping the same energy. Fuck Kickbox bitches staff. Cry more. Cry. Take that L. Cry. Oh my God. Listen. I'm not here to say he isn't a solid coach. He is. I'm not doing that. But I'm not going to just keep ignoring the fact that when he was coaching Cleveland and the Knicks played them in that series, all he did was cry. All he did was cry.
They're fouling us.
We're physical. We're the more physical team. So why we don't get calls? Why we not allowed to play deep? He was crying. They got kicked. Their asses got kicked in 5 games, and none of them games was close. And he wanted to cry. Okay. And in this series, what do we see? He cried
every game.
Every single game. It is, and I know I'm not crazy because Mike Breen finally said it on the telecast. He said it what I've been saying for fucking weeks with this fucking guy. It is unbelievable. Mike Breen today, I mean, you probably didn't catch it, because you say you was having some issues.
Yeah, but I was watching the
the other telecast, right? Nationally?
Yeah.
Okay. So Breen said on the telecast, bro, and you can look it up. I'm not lying to you. He said it. He said, I have never seen a coach complain constantly to the refs in the playoffs as much as I have seen in a series from Bickerstaff. And I said it. Thank you, Breen. I'm glad you saw what I've been saying. This guy cries all the time. All the time. Every call, bro. His team is just basically they're never allowed to be called for a foul. Okay. Anytime his team misses a shot, it's always they got fouled. Oh, bro, every fucking play, bro. This man is crying. He honestly, by the letter of the law. Now, I'm not saying they should have did it because I don't like to see when the refs get involved too much and dictate the game. But this man was pushing the envelope because technically you ain't even supposed to be on the court complaining to the ref like that. And he did it 3 times, and they gave him only 1 tech. So technically, by the letter of the law, he could have been fucking ejected and got that double tech. This man, yo, bro, he must have a box of Kleenex like Diddy got baby oil in his fucking closet, bro. Because this motherfucker just cried to. I've never seen it, bro. I've never seen a coach cry that much, bro. I'm just saying. I'm keeping the same energy, T. Everything I said, I mean that shit. He is a crybaby. He can get the fuck out. He could go find it. Now he can go cry in Cancun.
Go cry in the car home. Go cry in the car home, bitch your staff.
Bitch your staff ass, man.
You know what? Shit. He did a good job as a coach.
No, and you know what? To be fair, he deserves man, a coach of the year this year, in my opinion.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I really do, bro. Like, I mean, they had a 17. What did they win 17 games last year?
Yeah, something like that. They went on a crazy losing streak.
Yeah, bro. I mean, listen,
20-something games. I forgot what.
Listen, I gotta call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? No matter how I feel personally about things, I'm gonna call it how I see it. He deserved the coach of the year this year, in my opinion. Nobody was saying Detroit was gonna be a 6 seed this year. I mean, I don't know who would have. You know what I'm saying? Coming off a year like that.
Even as the number 1 seed either. So, you know, I mean, if I'm going to give it to somebody, I'll give it to Kenny Atkinson, to be honest with you. Nobody was even thinking about Cleveland.
Yeah. I mean, but they are, but to be fair, they are one of the best teams in the East. Like, honestly, and if they gave it to Kenny Atkinson, I won't be mad about that. I get it. You know, they had a great regular season, no doubt about it. But if you look at it based on what was the expectations with Detroit and what they have on their roster compared to Cleveland, Knicks, Boston, all those other teams, you would say, man, I don't know. Maybe they can sneak in a play-in, maybe if certain shit go right. I don't know. But give the man credit. They play for him. You know what I'm saying? But he cried. He's a fucking bitch. I'm sorry. He bitches too much to be a fucking coach to be doing that shit. That shit is embarrassing. His father was never like that. So this is just his emotional ass. He's a bitch.
Subtle. Yeah. And for Mike Breen to say that, and Mike Breen been around for a long time, and he's
a long time.
A lot of.
You know, Mike don't disrespect nobody. He don't like controversy.
My Mike, he definitely keeps it very respectful, especially when it comes to, you know, coaches and players. But for him to say that says a lot.
Yeah,
how long Mike Breen's been? Decades, right? He's been
decades, bro. I mean, what? At least 30, 40 years now. You know what I'm saying? And this fucking guy, you know, and it's sad because it overshadows the kind of coach he is. You know what I'm saying? Because he cries every fucking play. And the camera, they know already. They know they know what type of time he on when they do a fucking Detroit game. As soon as the time I go, here they go. Look at the camera, and here he go with his shiny ass beanhead crying. Get out of here with this shit, man.
Yeah,
this guy stinks.
Big and bad, right? And you crying for fouls?
This is what I'm saying.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
Your identity for your team.
You guys are tough mentally and physically, but then you want to cry for fouls? Like, nah, man. Yo, exactly. we letting shit go.
That shit is fraudulent behavior to me, bro. You want to be known as the physical team, the physicality, but only for your team. So every other team can't play your style of play. So it only goes from one side. Man, get your crying ass the hell out of here, bro. And go to Cancun. You can go cry all you want, bro. Shit. Just blame it on allergies. I don't give a shit. Okay? Because at the end of the day, all I see is crying for this man.
So yes. Cancun. They could just go to Canada. It's right next to you. Canada's
right there. They're right there.
It's right there. They go right to Canada.
Go take a drive to Quebec, bitch.
I love it.
It's right across the bridge. It's an hour away.
Have all of that. You can have all of that. Seriously, man. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I am so glad they won this series and ended this shot. I wish they would have ended it in 5, so I ain't got to see this fucking guy crying every fucking play, every fucking time out. It's ridiculous, bro. I am so glad that's over with. Jesus Christ, man.
Oh man, I couldn't. Yo, if there was a game 7 at the Garden, I don't think I would have watched.
Bro, I would have been on heart attack mode from opening tip on, bro. I still think they would have won that game. They would have found a way.
I still think, but honestly,
it wouldn't have been a fun watch. It wouldn't have been a fun watch. No. Nah, it wouldn't have been a fun watch at the end of the day. Let's give some love to Josh Hart too, man. 13 points, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. Hey, listen, he was a real good factor in this game, man. He really did. He really was. He got some key loose balls, some key hustle plays. Mm-hmm. Hey, that's who Josh Hart is, man. Josh Hart is the glue player that winning teams have. Yeah. He is that dog. This man does all of the things. This is why it's so hard to get this man out the starting lineup. Yes. And I would assume he is going to be a fixture going forward in that starting lineup. No doubt about it. Yes. As we have said, matchup dependent with the big lineup with Mitch and Cat. I don't think the next series is a series we want to do that. I'm just saying. I don't know if we want to do that. Yeah, I don't want to see Cat guarding Tatum too much, man. I don't want to see that.
And another thing with the next series, you can't have Hart and Towns. If they do go with the double big lineup, you can't have Hart and Mitchell Robinson in at the same time. I mean, you can, but you know, Hart is not a shooter, and Mitch is not going to shoot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you need another shooter to spread out the floor. You definitely need that, especially if you got two guys like that. Yeah.
So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough because one thing they're going to do, they're going to try to dare him to shoot. They're going to dare him to shoot.
They sure are.
Like every team is doing it. I think where he really came off in last year's playoffs in the first round.
Yeah, he did. He had that game-winning 3 in Philly.
Yeah, so he's gonna have to show up next series. He's gonna have to show up because.
And bro, that's one thing. Not to cut you off. That's one thing about Josh Hart, man. He always brings his compete level another notch when the playoffs come, man. He's actually, I mean, he's really good in the regular season for what we ask him to do, but his clutch gene and his hustle just get turned up in the playoffs, man. You're gonna need that in the playoffs, especially against a team like Boston. No doubt about it.
Definitely gonna need that, man. Can't wait.
Cliff says, "I agree with you, T. I almost didn't watch the game because my nerves were completely shot." Bro,
Haitian, get some Haitian rum, man. That'll calm your nerves.
Oh man, bro.
Haitian rum, man.
Well, that always works. That definitely always works, man. Because, man, down the stretch of that game, when they were in the midst of trying to find it back again.
Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
I mean, I'm just like panicking. I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, shit, just find a way to stay close, weather the storm. Because a team like Detroit, they're not going to give up, man. They're not going to give up. You're going to have to fight them for every single minute of that game. And the problem with the Knicks in this series has been the way they close quarters and how they start third quarters. That has been their bugaboo in this series. I thought that maybe that layup line thing at halftime helped because they actually solved that in the third quarter tonight. Did you see that? They had a layup line at halftime. on everything, bro. On everything. I was like, wait a minute, what's this?
Who?
I'm like, bro, what they doing? Oh shoot, they doing layup lines. Then Ray hit me Ray hit the chat. He was like, yeah, that layup line shit. Maybe that we need to try that. I was like, really? But you know what? All respect to the layup line drill, bro.
I don't understand. What's the psychology of doing a layup line? Like,
well, they said, but they had said. I think Josh Hart had comments about the last game because I think after the game 5, they asked him, "Hey, why you guys be struggling so much after halftime in the third quarter in this series?" He's like, "I don't know. I think it's because when we come out, we don't really warm up much. We just kind of like do a couple of shots and then get ready for the tip." And I'm like, I mean, not the tip, for the inbound to start the quarter. So I'm like, I don't know. Why did he bring that up all of a sudden?
Yeah.
So, hey, listen, Tibbs came up with a solution.
Yeah. I think he said, and I'm paraphrasing, he said they did that, like, when they were struggling, when he was with Phoenix, and they were struggling, and that's what they did and got them back. I'm like, okay. Like, I didn't understand. I mean, I understood it, but I didn't understand. It's like, okay, a layup line. I'm like, okay, maybe just want to get the juices flowing.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I was thinking at first, but it's just like, okay, like if you're, when you come out after the half, you're out, these guys are out there shooting, like you're getting your juices flowing like that, but I guess I don't know.
It was very strange to see that, bro. I kind of chuckled a little bit. I'm like, bro, what? But hey, we gonna go with it that it worked tonight. Fuck it. Because they actually played really well in that third quarter. It's just the fourth quarter where they unraveled for a little while. That's really what it was.
Yo, that's nuts. I didn't even know they did that. They must have showed that on the third quarter. It was a total win. Yeah, you're right, Malik.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, they came out and they were scoring. They had a double-digit lead. They were up like 12. It was like that kind of thing. And then the fourth quarter, it got a little out of hand. They got outscored in that fourth quarter. There was a point in the fourth quarter that they were on a 20-2 run. Yeah. Okay, and the Knicks were down. They were getting outscored 25-9 in the fourth quarter. So yeah, it was heart attack. It was heart attack mode for a minute. But Jalen Brunson, once again, taking the team on his back and got the job. Got the job done, baby.
Every time when you play that clip, that looked like Ray. I'm like, is that Ray?
Nah, that ain't Ray. That ain't Ray. It's a comedian, but yeah. Every time, like his skits are dope, man. His skits are mad funny, and she's a comedian and shit. And when he did that, you got to see the actual video of what that's about. So yeah, you'll know, and you'll be like, all right. But that's him being hype, and that's me every time, man. And every time, man, when Brunson hit that three, y'all. When Brunson hit that three, all I did was look to the heavens. Thank you. Thank you for giving us this man a New York Knick. Seriously.
Crazy.
Seriously. So that's going to wrap up the show tonight, y'all. And the Knicks got it done. They found a way. And props to the Almighty, to the best point guard in the Eastern Conference, Mr. Jalen Brunson, with the 40-piece tonight. Hostile environment. 40-piece, 7 assists, and the game-winning 3 with 4 seconds remaining to put the Knicks ahead for good, and they win the series 4-2. And now move on to the Boston Celtics in round 2, folks. And
think about Boston.
Yeah, we'll have time to think about that. But tonight we're going to enjoy this one. We're going to enjoy this one. Shout out to the Knicks for getting the job done tonight. It wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty in that fourth quarter, no doubt about it. We're not going to pretend like it was. But big-time players, as I mentioned, big-time players make big-time plays in the clutch, and that's exactly what happened tonight. Jalen Brunson showing why he is the superstar on this team. And if there's anyone out there that still wants to doubt, man, kick fucking rocks. Go ahead and go learn the game better before you come to me with that noise, because it's not going to work. It didn't work last year. It didn't work the year before. This man is a superstar, folks, and he plays for the New York Knickerbockers, okay? And with him, I should say, we're always going to have a chance no matter who we play. It might not always work out, and it might not always be pretty, but we always got a chance when the captain, number 11, in New York, Knicks blue and orange.
I'm saying.
Straight like that.
I'm saying.
Yes, sir. Let's see the last comment of the night.
Who's that?
Cliff says, let's go, Knicks. Knicks is 7. Hashtag.
I love it, Cliff.
Hashtag let me be delusional. Orange and blue skies, baby. Yes, sir. Cliff, you took the words out of my mouth because you know I had to say it as we close tonight, orange and blue skies. Y'all know me. But yes, you are allowed to be delusional, Cliff. Yes, you are, because we are moving on to round 2, baby. And let's see where it goes, because you just know one thing's for sure. you got number 11. You always got a shot at a win. No doubt about it. Every game is it tells its own story. So let's see what happens. We all know Boston's going to be well rested. They're going to be well rested. They're going to be ready to go. They are the defending champions. And, they are definitely favored in this series, as they should. They are on paper the better team. But,
the pundits are going to be here. They're like, they had trouble with the Pistons. What do you think Celtics is going to do? So you already know. You already hear the narrative.
It's going, the lazy narratives as usual.
I mean, we'll see. I mean, I want them to win, but we got to respect who they are. They're the champs.
There's a reason why they're sitting in the throne. There's a reason for that. And honestly, on paper, they have the matchup. They do. They have the matchup, man. They got the better bench and they got the better team. But it doesn't mean the Knicks are not able to compete with them. And in a 7-game series, coaching matters. We about to see what Tibbs is about now. Now you're going up in weight class, baby.
It better be all hands on deck next series.
No doubt about
it. We'll talk about that,
We will. So that's going to wrap it up tonight, baby. That's going to wrap it up tonight. Knicks get the job done and win the series 4-2, thanks to the heroics of Jalen Brunson, thanks to the solid contributions of Mikal Bridges, of OG Anunoby, okay? Even though he didn't shoot well, the toughness and rebounding from Karl Anthony Towns, he contributed. Gonna need better for him in the next round. That's a story for another day. Mm-hmm. But a very good team win. They look like they were dead, but not to be. Ooh. Not to be. Not with number 11, Jalen Brunson, saving the day for the New York Knicks. So that wraps it up tonight. T, any last words before we go?
Knicks in 7.
Let's go, baby. That's the energy I want. That's the energy I want. We're going to get into it, though. We're going to get into it.
7. That's the only thing I'm going to say. I'm just glad that we got this victory. Get these Pistons out of here. It's a tough one.
Bye, Bitcher staff. Deuces. Salute. Deuces. Bye, BC. Bye. Bye, Tobias Harris. Yeah, bye, all of you. Dennis Schroeder, take a hike. Motherfucker all of a sudden thought he was tough because he went and put a Pistons uniform on to stand over my guy Brunson on regular season when we just trying to get to the playoffs. He want to stand over him. And all y'all can get to Cancun. Enjoy that sun.
Canada.
Enjoy that sun. Yeah, matter of fact, Canada. Go to Quebec. Go to Quebec. Go visit Calgary, motherfucker. Before we go, I just want to say one thing. I appreciate everybody joining us tonight, and I appreciate all Knick Nation. Salute to all of you. And I also appreciate for all the newcomers, new to the channel. I would appreciate one thing from you. Just one thing. I would appreciate you like and subscribe to the channel Born for Sports, because guess what, folks? I talk all sports. I talk, as you can see, New York Knicks basketball. I talk New York Met baseball. I talk New York Giants football. I talk New York Yankees. I talk Jets. I talk Nets. I talk about whatever you want to talk about in the world of sports, especially New York sports. Like and subscribe. Salute Knick Nation. Shout out to the Knicks. Bring on Boston. Let's go, baby. And I say that lightly, not like the crazy ones out there that outside of the garden probably right now. Bring on Boston. I'm looking forward to the series, y'all. For real.
So,
yes, let's go. All right. So, Knicks salute. Like and subscribe to Born for Sport. Let's go, Knicks, baby.